Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are in pink of your health. Today, the chapter which I'm going to cover is The Children's Song by Joseph Rudyard Kipling. I have already uploaded this chapter on my channel a year back in Hindi. Today, I'm going to explain it in English. Okay. So, first of all, let's talk about the writer, or I can say the poet of this poem, and that is Joseph Rudyard Kipling. He was born in India, but he was educated in England. Fine. So, he was not complete Indian. Okay. And he has written this poem. The main theme of this poem is patriotism. Patriotism means one's love for one's own country. I am not covering the pre-reading task in this video because it will become really long, and I'll be covering this pre-reading task in online class. Before I commence with the explanation of the video, I would like to tell you here that this whole poem is from the children point of view. Actually, the children are singing this song. The poet has set the plot of this poem in this way that the children are saying this whole thing to their nation. So that is why the name of the poem is The Children's Song. Fine. Written by Joseph Rudyard Kipling, but written from the children point of view. So the children, they are saying everything written in this poem to their motherland. Fine. First paragraph. Land of our birth, we pledge to thee our love and toil in the years to be, when we are grown and take our place as men and women with our race. First of all, write down the meanings of certain words in first paragraph. That is pledge. Pledge means to take oath or to promise. Thee means you. Thee is the word of Old English. Toil, word we have already done in our previous chapter, which means hard work, struggle. In years to be means in coming years. Take our place means to become something in the society, to become doctor, engineer, teacher, pilot, etc. Something in the society. Fine. So in this poem, in this first paragraph, the children, they are saying that we promise to our motherland, wherever we have taken birth, we promise to our motherland that when we grow up and we become men and women and we make our place in the society, we become something in the society, we become some professional in the society, at that time, with our love and with our hard work, we will serve our country. Okay. Next paragraph. Father in heaven, who lovest all, oh, help thy children when they call, that they may build from age to age an undefiled heritage. First of all, the meanings. Father in heaven means God. Thy means his. Thy is again a word of Old English which means his. Age to age means generation to generation. Undefiled means pure, unpolluted, pure. Heritage means culture. So now here in this second paragraph, the children are saying that God, you love all your children, all your creations, you love them, and we are your children, and when we call you for some help, fine, please come, please help us whenever we call you. Not only that, they are saying that they may build from age to age an undefiled heritage. They are saying that God, by your grace, with your help, from generation to generation, we will build our heritage, and our heritage will be pure heritage. It will not be polluted. Polluted does not mean air pollution, land pollution kind of thing. No, here pollution means not to be mixed with other things, not to be mixed with corruption, not to be mixed with crime. Means such type of things, corruptions, crimes, rape, etc. These things should not be there. Our culture should be pure. It should be unpolluted heritage, and from generation to generation the children want to develop that culture, they want to polish that culture, but for that they need the help of the God. And undefiled heritage also means that we should not leave our culture and opt some other culture of some other country. Means the tree should not leave its roots, otherwise it will be withered. So that's why here it is called undefiled heritage. Means heritage should remain intact, it should remain there for ages, and it should be unpolluted, it should be pure. Okay. Next paragraph is, teach us to bear the yoke in youth with steadfastness and careful truth, that in a time thy grace may give the truth whereby the nations live. First of all, word meanings. Yoke means responsibilities. Fine. If you go on internet and write down the word yoke and see in the images, you can see a device over there, an equipment, a structure which was used to plow the fields in the old times. Okay. But here the informal meaning of yoke is responsibility. I should suggest you to go on internet and put it in images section and see that. Fine. Okay. Steadfastness means determination, firmness, which is already given in your book. Truth here means honesty. Fine. Careful truth means complete honesty. Thy, THY here means there. THEIR, there. Grace is blessings. Fine. And live, nations live is nations develop. Okay. So here the children, they are requesting God that please God give us, that capability, that potential, that when we grow as men and women, when we grow as young children, at that time, young people, I mean teenagers or going into the profession, we should bear the yoke. We should be able to tolerate the responsibilities. We should able to handle the responsibilities perfectly well with determination and careful truth. Here truth means, I have already told you, honesty. With complete determination and with complete honesty we should take our responsibility, that in time thy grace may give. It means that at that time when we grow up, with your grace, my dear God, the truth whereby the nations live, that we should speak that truth, we should have that loyalty, we should have that honesty in us, that our nation should develop with that honesty, determination. Fine. And taking of the responsibility. So the nation will live means nation will develop. But for all these things the children needed the grace of God, the blessings of God. Fine. Next paragraph is, teach us to rule ourselves always, controlled and cleanly day, night and day, that we may bring, if need arise, no maimed or worthless sacrifice. Fine. Controlled and cleanly night and day here means controlled and cleanly means disciplined. Night and day means life, means the life should be disciplined. Maimed means half-hearted or useless or worthless. That means maimed. So here the children, they are requesting the God that God please teach us to control ourselves when we grow up. That we should not run after every desire of ours. That we should have disciplined life. We should control our unnecessary desires and unnecessary wishes. Fine. And that may bring, if need arise, and if the need arises, we all should do wholehearted sacrifice for our motherland. Our sacrifices should not be useless, they should not be half-hearted, they should not be show off. Fine. For example, this is just an example, it's not given in the chapter, just to make you people clear that what is worthless sacrifice. Like people, what they do is they do charity, and very next day they have their photographs in the newspaper. So that is a worthless kind of sacrifice, that is a show off kind of sacrifice, which the children, they do not want to do for their motherland when they grow up. And for the same they are requesting God, they are requesting God to make them disciplined when they grow up. Fine. And they should do complete and a worthy sacrifice for their motherland, not worthless. Next is, teach us to look in our ends on thee for judge, not our friends, that we with thee may walk uncowed by fear or favor of the crowd. In the first line, ends means sources, resources, income. In the second line, thee means you. In the third line, thee means you. And uncowed means unafraid. And the last line, crowd, means the whole world, people. Okay. So in this paragraph, the children are saying that we should be very much aware of our resources, of our income. Teach us to look in all our ends, that we should be aware of what we have, and we should never try to go out of that boundaries. Means we can do hard work to increase our wealth, but we should never go for kind of shortcuts for that. And whatever is given by God, we should be satisfied in that, and we should live happily in that. So we should look in our ends, we should look in our income, in our resources. And moreover, they are saying God should judge us. You for judge not our friends. It means that every time, whatever we do, when we grow up, whatever we do, whatever karma we do, for that God should judge us. It should not be our friends on whose opinion we should lie, on whose opinion we should work according to. We should work according to the rules made by the God. We should think that what God will think if I'll do this, what God will think if I'll do this. Would I be punished by the God? Don't think what don't go for the opinions of your friends. And that is with you my may walk uncowed. And he is saying that if we, sorry, children, they are saying that if we will remain under the shade of the God every time we have just this idea or notion in our mind that what God will think about us, fine, while doing right or wrong, then we will become unafraid person. We will not be afraid of anything if we will remain under the shade of the God, under the blessings of the God, under the care and the protection of the God. And we know that something is wrong. If even if our friends is saying to do that, we will not do that because we know according to the God that is wrong. And we have learned these things from our culture. We have learned these things from our scriptures, from our holy books, that what is right and what is wrong, fine. And by fear or favor of crowd, it means by the fear or the favor of the people, we should not do anything which would not be liked by God. When we grow up, we should not do anything under the influence of our friends, under the influence of our family, under the influence of our relatives or people. We should do what is right, and we know inside in our heart of hearts what is right and what is wrong, fine. Next paragraph, the meaning: teaches the strength that cannot seek by deed or thought to hurt the weak, that under thee we may possess man's strength to comfort man's distress. In the first line, strength means power, and seek means to expect, that we know. Second line, deed means work, weak means poor people, the poor. Thee again means you. Possess means to possess something, to have something under our control. Comfort means to help someone, and distress means in problem or in hard time. So in this paragraph, the children, they are saying to God that God, please give us power, please make us powerful, but we should not use our power for wrong thing. We should not do any deed, not even we think of hurting the weak, hurting the poor ones, hurting the people, those who are not economically poor but they have some other problems. We should not make fun of them. We should not hurt them in any way by our deed or our thought. It means we want power but to help others. We do not want power which make us mad. Oh, fine, we should think of that we have a power, we can do anything, we can hurt anybody. No, that type of power is not demanded by the children. The children are demanding the power which they through which they can help others, but they should not hurt the weak, even by their thought, even by their thought, fine. And you we may possess, that under you we may possess man's strength to comfort man's in distress. Now they are saying that under your grace, God, we should possess that power through which we can give comfort, we can help other person who is in problem. We should not make fun of that person, we should not hurt the weak. Rather, the power which you give us, when we will grow up, we will use that power to comfort the person who is in problem, who is in distress. We should use that power in a very positive way. We should not become that power maniac. We should use it in a very, very positive way to help the mankind. Next paragraph is a very important paragraph from the paper point of view. Teachers delight in the simple thing. Delight means happiness, and mirth that has no bitter springs. Again, mirth means happiness. Bitter springs means bad experience, we can say. Forgiveness free of evil done, and love to all men neath the sun. Neath here means beneath. Now here the children, they are saying, oh God, please teach us to be happy in simple and small things. We should not run after every big thing. We should not run after making more and more of money, and more and more of a kind of a luxury life. But we should be happy in simple things, in small things. Like Gandhiji said that simple living and high thinking. So that kind of thing the children, they are demanding here, that life should be very simple, our desires should be very much controlled. Fine. So we should be happy in simple and small thing. This is the wish of the children, and they are demanding it. They are, requesting to the god that when they will grow up as men and women, then at that time the god should give them that control over their mind, that they should be happy in simple things. And mirth that has no bitter spring, it means that they should not find their happiness in the problems of others. Bitter springs means tears. Springs, here we can say tears. Bitter is a negative word here. Fine. So it means someone else is weeping, and I am laughing, and I am feeling happiness when someone else is weeping. That is absolutely wrong. So the children, they are requesting the god that when they will grow up, they should not seek their happiness in others' problems. Fine. They should not seek their happiness in the problems of others. The other person is very sad and we are very happy on his sadness. That is absolutely wrong behavior. It means mirth that has no bitter springs, means my happiness should not have the base of bitter springs. It should not, someone's sadness should not be the base of my happiness. This is the exact meaning of this line, that someone's sadness, someone's sorrow, someone's remorse should not be the base of my happiness. I should be happy for myself. I should not be happy because someone is sad. So this thing should not be there. Next is forgiveness free of evil done and love to all men beneath the sun. It means that if somebody has done something wrong to us, we should be that great hearted that we should forgive that person. Again, the children, they are requesting that God should give them such a big heart when they grow as a men and women, that if someone done something wrong to them at that time, they should forgive that person. They should not be revengeful. They should not thinking of taking revenge from that person, and they should shower their love to everyone who is beneath the sun. It means everyone, every creature on the planet should be loved by them, and everyone should love each other. Now this last line, it is giving the message of brotherhoodness, that there should be brotherhoodness. The virtue of brotherhoodness, the quality of brotherhoodness should be there among all the people, irrespective of the country, irrespective of the age, irrespective of the boundaries, etc. And the last paragraph is, land of our birth, our faith, our pride, for whose sake, dear sake, our fathers died. O motherland, we pledge to thee, head, heart, and hand through the years to be. The last line, head, heart, and hand through the years to be, is extremely important line. It comes in exam for explanation every year in 1 mark, in 2 marks, and sometimes in 5 marks as well. Fine. So let's explain this. Let's discuss this. I can say that would be a better word. Explain, though I am already doing to you. So land of our mother, land of our birth is our motherland. Our faith is that we have faith, we have complete trust on our motherland, and our pride means we are proud of our motherland. Now please remember that in this poem the poet is not talking only about India. He is not talking about India. Children, they are not talking about India. It is not present, it is not written in the poem anywhere that the poem is about India. Poem is about any nation. It can be about any nation. Fine. It is not mentioned here that it is only and only about India. It can be your feeling of patriotism is for your own country. Either you are living in America or India, or you are living in Canada or some other country. Fine. Pakistan or Sri Lanka, whatever. The children of that particular country, they are singing it for their nation. And if we see in this poem, the children, they are representing the whole world. They are saying it to the whole world. Okay. So they are saying here that our motherland, we have complete faith on you. Every person has faith on his or her motherland. We also have faith on our motherland, that if we get stuck somewhere outside, like in this pandemic time, the people, those who were stuck abroad, they were brought back by our country. Our country was there, our government was there to help them. Fine. So we have faith on our country, that whatever will happen to us when we are traveling somewhere else, when we are in some other corner of the planet, who will save us? That is the government of our country. So we have faith on our country, and we are proud of our country, irrespective of the problems we have in our country, but we love our country. Fine. for those whose dear sake our fathers died, and for the sake of the country, our fathers, our forefathers, our ancestors, they have died. Now this line is, it is representing all the countries, because in one country or another, people have died for their country, people have, given their life for the sake of the country. It had happened in all the countries, almost all the countries. O motherland, we promise to you that head, heart and hand through the years to be. Again, years to be, that in the coming years, children are saying that in the coming years, when they will become men and women and they have their own place in the society, at that time they are saying that my motherland, we are promising to you that at that time we will be serving you with head. It means emotionally, emotionally, with heart and hand, that we are going to serve you with head, heart and hand. Head here means, it is not emotionally, head means intellectually, that we are going to serve you with our intellect. Intellect means, if we will become scientist, obviously we will be becoming or something. If we will become scientist, we will be taking care of the country by making, missiles, by making satellites, etc. That is to serving the country intellectually. If we will become engineers, we'll be, serving the country by our intellect, by our wisdom, by our knowledge. And heart means emotionally. We will, if we join army, if we will join army, navy or air force, what we will do is we will be connected to the country through our heart. It means we'll be connected to the country emotionally. Fine, we'll be serving our country emotionally. And hand means physically. Physically we will, serving the country. For this we can give the example of labor workers. They are, making the bridges, they are making the flyovers, and even again the example of army, navy, such type of things can come under this, because they are also physically serving the country. So head means intellectually, heart means emotionally, and hand means physically. Means in all the three kinds, or more than this, we will be serving the nation. This is what the children, they are saying to the motherland. Means, it means that in whatever profession they will go, they will not only earn for themselves or for their family, but they will also be serving the country. They will also be serving the country through their profession. Fine. So here finishes this poem. This is really important poem from paper point of view. Fine, we'll be doing the back exercise of the poem in online class. Hope you have understood this poem. If you have anything to ask me, you can ask me in the comment section. I will be putting a message in community section. Fine. Till then, take care. Bye bye.